everybody. It's Wednesday. It's WIP Wednesday. Every week we get together and we have a look at all the great hobby goodness that's going on out there in the community. So if you're working on something, you've just started out, you've just finished off, you've just come back to the hobby, you're working on something really special you want to share with us, or you want us to hold accountable for getting some hobby done, drop us an email at theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com and we'll take a look together. So I am just going to get stuck right in today. Okay, first up we've got Nat Jones here, less of a work in progress and more of a oh my goodness, I'm finally done. But here is my Chaos Chosen team, Morkar's Minotaurs. Plus Grashnak for good measure. He's the bigger Minotaur, as he should be. Yeah, Grashnak is a great star player. Need to start looking at some rosters using Grashnak actually, because the dude brings a ton of muscle, the most muscle for your money, I think. Excited to get these on the table in the upcoming league I'm joining. Fantastic. Right, let's have a look at the team. So this is the Minotaur and this is the Grashnak. I absolutely love this model. This is a Zealot Miniatures Minotaur Berserker. We did the Minotaur Monday video for this model and it's awesome. I love the lines of the pitch as well. Models come out absolutely brilliant. And we've got a solid Chaos team here. There's some bit of conversions going on. We've got some added skulls and you know what? As far as Chaos goes, there definitely should be. We've got numbers. Oh, this is the team you've been working on now. This is the team that's... Right, what we've got here is a collection of players from each of the Chaos gods. So we've got Tzeentch, we've got Slaanesh, you've got Nurgle, we've got Khorne. Yeah, I love this project. It's come out really, really, really well. You've even got the colour-coded coupons. Coupons? Are they coupons? Coins? Tokens? That's what I'm trying to say here. So we've got Tzeentch, we've got with the converted heads and the warp fires. You've got the arms there from the pink and blue horrors, I think. You've got appropriate tentacles and chains and things for Slaanesh, which is excellent. Nurgle's just Nurgly. Got the bell motif, got the horrible green bit, got the random horns and tongues, and Khorne is just skulls and brass bits, so that looks like it's from Age of Sigmar. That is a very well done piece of kit here. Yeah, there's the Slaanesh side. And the 4 blockers there, so one blocker from each of the Chaos Gods, well, along with the Minotaur. That is such a cool project, and it's come together, and it's been finished off as well. Okay, so you got the Kyric Acolytes, I think they're called, from Age of Sigmar with the head swaps there, and it works absolutely brilliantly. Yeah, that is a very cool team, excellently done, and beautiful to finish off a project as well. Even went so far as to come up with a logo. Ruinous Morkar's Minotaurs. Cheeky bit of Placeit there. Placeit is a great place to go to make your logos up. Oh, next up we've got the Scientist. Hey guys, very late entry here. This was last week's. Some building this week. Put together the Halflings and a legless tree. Planning on getting more Kernoth Hunter legs to make him taller like the other one. Trying to decide if I want to go green and yellow to tie them into my humans, or blue and white to make them unique for my teams. Well, despite the Green Bay Packers not performing as well as I would have liked this weekend, green and yellow, can't go wrong. I mean, the Halfling team is great, and you've done a great job. They go together brilliantly. They're a really fun team to paint and a really fun team to build as well. And I love the work that you did on the Tree Man before as well, with the legs from the Kernoth Hunters. It really adds some presence there. So absolutely go for that, because that was really cool, Stephen. Also had some sneaky Space Marine and Sister of Silence bits from the pile that I missed, so painted them up to go with my Imperial Fists. So we've got a mishmash of 40k pieces here. The Sisters of Silence, which I think there's a Blood Bowl team in that kit. I really do. And then we've got some cool random models here. Lastly, had some metal bits also in the shame pile of leftovers that were birthday presents from my friend. Love the Minotaur. His face is a bull skull and tail is a long braid. Proper real life mythology. Also had a Greek hero, confessor, and a based Pustmore. There we go. So, I mean, it's a cool Minotaur model. That's a priest, I think, from the Sisters of Battle kind of side. And the little Greek hero is pretty cool too. This is very sweet though. Played at the weekend. Here we go. I hope you're having a great week. It's nice to be back in the hobby. Here's a quick shot from an AOS tournament I played at the weekend, using my Cathay Cities of Sigmar from 10 years ago. Came second to last, but was great fun. Dude, it's wicked to see a bit of tournament play going on. I'm so confused. I thought AOS was all about the round bases. This looks like it could be actual proper Warhammer, like it was in the old days. Anyway, gaming is great fun, and it's great to see Warhammer. It's great to see cannons and stuff on the tabletop. Oh man, that looks good. Those were the glory days. Movement trays as well. Absolutely wicked stuff, Stephen. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay, next up we've got the Resident Dwarf. This is Graham. Hey Ben, just the finishing touches now left on my Blood Bowl Giant. P.S. With COVID Plan B now being removed, are we pretty much safe on the Beachhead Bowl going ahead? Beachhead Bowl is good to go, which is fantastic news. Alright, this giant is pretty sweet. I mean, Graham, excellent painting there on the flesh and the face. But I think my favourite thing about this model is the converting effort that you've done. I mean, it's a great model all round. Lovely blue, lovely orange, but the way you've converted him to be carrying this victim human here, really cool, really creative, and brilliantly executed. Giants in Blood Bowl are so good. So it's so cool to see that. So thank you very much for sharing. Ooh, we got some Battletech goodness, I think, here. Here's some Battletech Scythe, a couple of fun projects, and a commission I did. This is from Paladin Demo. NACC Knight Templar pattern, this is weird. I've not seen this before. That's very cool. We've got Kentucky regulars as well. We've got Scythe Invaders from afar, Japanese and British mechs. I think that's what those first two were. Random Imperial Demon, Reaper Bones, Black Burrowing Behemoth, Dreadmire White, Dark Phoenix, which was the commission. So this is the Dark Phoenix, which actually looks brilliant. Taking a way to do Dark Flames is actually really challenging. And you can see here what Dustin's done is just highlight up the edge of it with like a browny orange. And it looks like bits of smoke coming through the flames, which is really excellently done. That's a good thing to pick up on there. Bits and bobs, always some Battletech on the go, dude. So this is a Reaper Bones Black Burrowing Behemoth, I guess? That's cool. Need that for a bit of Dungeon Bowl, I think. And some excellent Battletech here. I do love seeing a mixture of stuff, and it's nice that everyone's kind of sharing their mixed projects as well now, which is really cool to see. So thank you very much, Dustin. Always nice to see what you're working on. Your hobby table must be quite interesting. Next up, we got Filthy Gorilla. Hello, Filthy Gorilla here with my try a Nurgle Rotspawn. I started with a Nalfashnee D&D mini and sculpted the figure on that frame. So here we go. We've got a step-by-step, a whip, if you will, of this demon being made. Dude, nice. Seriously gone for the Nurgle theme there. You've got the open pussing saws, you've got bits and bobs just falling out of it. It's a really cool model. I love the inclusion of the little Nurgling at the top there, just kind of feasting his way outside of it. So this is the Nalfashnee. I have no idea what that is. It looks like a giant pig demon with wings. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. I mean, I love customized big guys, like brewing up different things like that is really clever, and that is really creative. Next up, we've got Jelly. Hey Ben, got the bits from the Dungeon Bowl box done. Thought it'd be easier if the dice showed the color of the portal, so I painted up an old dice. Even thought about painting numbers inside the swirling vortex, but as I still have a good pile of opportunity, I decided against that. Yeah, I love this. This is a really clever way to do it. If you link up the colors, that's great. There's a 3D printed swirl dice that a lot of people are using at the moment to kind of tie it in. I think it's based on an old board game or something. I don't know. I love it. These look great. The shading is really lovely, and the treasure chests have been done really nice too. I like the way the ball has got kind of the same hue as the bomb. I think it just fits in very, very nicely. And finished off the Noblars in my Iron Warrior Dwarven scheme. The yellow skin should differentiate them from the Snotlings I have. Absolutely. I like the yellow skin. The yellow skin with the black, the grey, I guess, the black grey uniform works really well. We need to do a little segment on alternative skins for like Noblars and Goblins and stuff, because these guys look great in every colour. We've seen like the blue Snotlings come up really well as well, so this is really cool. And a nice bit of yellow skin there. I think we might have to get Ian Warhammer on the go here. Look at the College of Fire. What a great way to take your main team and paint up a few bits to go with it to get a full-on Dungeon Bowl team. That looks absolutely brilliant, Jelly. Nice work. Noblars. actually very useful in Dungeon Bowl here. Now onto my Punga Undead Necromantic College of Death team. Lots of resin, superglue and green stuff in my future. Thinking of a Night Lord scheme and calling them the Night Haunters. Greetings, Jelly. Dude, that is sweet and a really clever idea too. So this is a full-on mix of Punga stuff and it looks brilliant. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm actually working on an 8mm Night Haunters army at the moment. So I'm interested to see how you get your colorization on the go, because I'm probably going to need some inspiration. Jelly, thank you very much. Always nice to see what you're working on. This is pretty cool. Talking of inspiration, hey Ben, hope you're well. Loving the content as always. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Justin. I've been working on my new Lord of the Rings inspired orc team. I've missed one. I've skipped ahead. This is Ian Moore. Hey Ben, a friend gave me a spare Blood Bowl pitch, which I've converted into a set of Dungeon Bowl tiles. They're larger and thicker than the base game tiles. They are also able to recreate any dungeon layout made from the base game tiles and more besides. Please note there are 3 variations of the end zone and we get to keep the trapdoors as well. Ian, this is genius. This is actually genius. We've been talking about how to make Dungeon Bowl tiles. We've looked at it all. And you know what? Getting a spare pitch like this, if you've got it, we've talked about doing it for a 7s pitch, do a 7s pitch on one side. But actually being able to brew up a full-on Dungeon Bowl series like this is very clever. That is actually very, very clever. I love the use of the skull heads as well. You can put them together and have a big room. That is genius. I absolutely love it. Thank you very much, Ian. That is very cool. I wonder if anybody else has done that, because that's inspired. Anyway, we will move on to Justin's orcs because they are very cool and absolutely digging the Uruk Hai theme. Hey Ben, I've been working on my new Lord of the Rings inspired orc team, the White Hand, which I'm going to be running in a local tournament next month. I tried to play about with different skin tones for each of the positionals and I got to try out some new techniques I've never done before. Really happy with how they've turned out. Also, wasn't too happy with the standard Orc Biggins as I didn't think they fully lived up to their name, so I decided to convert some AOS Uruk Brutes to use as Biggins instead. Also not done it yet, but very tempted to get some Hobbit minis for team tokens and a Saruman mini for a coach, but we'll see. All the best, Justin. Yeah, I mean, the Brute models here, so these are the Age of Sigmar Brute models for the Uruks clan army. They're great. When Blood Bowl first came out, before we had the Black Orc team, this was a really cool way to like pimp out your Black Orc team, pimp out the Black Orcs in your Orc team. Now they're big and blockers. This is wicked. I love the skin tone. The painting's excellent. The base is creepy. I really like it. But that hand marking on the flesh is brilliantly done. And the fact you've mixed in different skin tones for the different positionals is really, really cool. The white, full-on white face there for the Orc Thrower. Absolutely brilliant team. Really love this. This is a really cool way of doing it, Justin. Yeah, those brutes work really well. And it just works. Absolutely brilliant. Love the armor scheme as well. Talking of great armor schemes, this is Al. Hey Ben, got into Blood Bowl with a new edition and I've been playing in a league we have going in New York City. Frenzy is my favourite skill in the game, so the new Khorne team really speaks to me. It's such a cool way to play. It's such a challenge as well. I wanted a colour scheme that was a bit different from what I've seen elsewhere, so I took the Bloodspawn skin tone and made it the primary colour for all of the armour. Haven't settled on what to do for the bases yet, but I'm super pleased with how the players turned out, and so you should be. This is wicked. Not only is the colour scheme brilliant, like super vibrant and really well executed, the way it clashes against a lot of the skin tones works really well. So this corn dog in the front, beautiful pink armor, and it goes so well against that albino skin. I love the way you've mixed in different skin tones, lighter, darker, albino. It works brilliantly, but the fact you've got that light grey as a contrast in the uniform is excellent. And the way you've gone with the red plate on the pink armor, it ties in nicely. So this is a brilliant team. As for basing, I mean, it's Blood Bowl. You can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. That's the cool thing about Blood Bowl. I mean, I've been doing loads of 3D printing recently, and we've got like mud ones, dungeon ones, everything. I mean, you can think of anything, and it would be definitely viable as a Blood Bowl pitch. And that's not just a get out of jail free card, but it's genuinely true. However, if you do brew up something completely outrageous, for example, using Space Hulk bases for your Blood Bowl team, be prepared to back it up with a Space Hulk board. and also trying to fit it into the lore is pretty fun. Anyway, this is wicked. It's a great model. I mean, the skin's excellent, the giant hand has been very well done, and I love the little accessories. So we've got the little helmet with different stripes. The question is, though, Al, is that colour scheme one of your other teams, or is it one of your regular opponents' teams? Because that's always fun. We went through a spit of that in the Wobble League where we would paint like damaged bits of other players, because it just works brilliantly. Al, that's awesome. Thank you very much. And we got some more Khorne here. This is James. Hey, Ben. The start of my third Blood Bowl team, the Blood Tribe Berserkers. Next up on the painting desk are the two Khorne Gores, not corn dogs, while I wait for the blood spawn to come in the mail. Love the podcast. It's a nice shining light during dreary afternoons on a rainy Vancouver island. Cheers, James. Cheers, James. Dude, skull bases. This is wicked. Okay, love the classic Khorne scheme. Nicely shaded red there. Red can be quite difficult. It can either come out like orange, and especially when you're clashing it with bronze, really nicely done. The skulls, absolutely brilliant. It looks like popcorn, which works because of popcorn in this world. No, this is awesome. This will go very well with the Khorne pitch. Oh, look at it. That's absolutely amazing. Man, the linemen really do look like they're from Age of Sigmar. This has been really well done. I'm interested in the bases. Are they 3D printed? Have you picked them up as resin, or have you just got a pack of Games Workshop skulls and gone to town? I love it. The teams come out brilliantly. Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool, James. Thank you very, very much. We got a little bit here from Pat. This is a Black Orc for a Street Bowl team. Amazing. You know what? We might have to go back and review Street Bowl in a bit. We've got Sevens, we've got some Dungeon Bowl. We really want to get playing on those. But Street Bowl is something really special. Ben and I ran a game of it on, Roll20. And it's good. It's like Sevens with a longer pitch, but a thinner pitch. So it ends up being a bit more brawly. Black Orcs work really well. Now, I love the scheme here. That's bronze, but with that kind of pinky red accent. Works really, really well. And I can see you've gone for the Street Bowl bases as well, which works brilliantly. They've got nice lips. I reckon they're Artisan Guild. Artisan Guild? Asgard Rising. They've just got that lip about them. Now, it's really cool. I love this. I love that there's some Street Bowl being played as well. Let us know how you get on, how the Black Orcs do, Pat, because I think they're pretty well set. Next up, we've got Michael Hill here. Hey, Ben, I'm a Blood Bowl newbie. Joined a couple of mates only last year. However, my nature doesn't like to do things by halves. Fell into a massive Blood Bowl hole on YouTube, and well, I've made my own stadium. I ended up with Wood Elves, and it went like this. I know I used too much clear coat afterwards, but I thought with all the handling, paint would come off. The stadium has a scoreboard. We're going to come to this in a second, guys. The stadium has a scoreboard and dice tower, etc. The away end is cursed. The trees have been burned. Dryad supporters are always at home games. Love the podcast, and hopefully the Wild Hunters will reign supreme. Keep up the great work, Michael. Well, the Wild Hunters are doing very well in the championship. You should definitely be seeing some more of them in the finals. Anyway, let's have a look at the awesome work that Michael has gone to. So, we've got a stadium. We'll see it in a second, but look, in the background you can already see we've got the trees. The team looks great, and I love that you've got the 3D printed skill bases for them. They're really good. You've got to be organised enough to do it, but actually if you're running one league team, or you just need to print out 2 sets and you're good to go. This is cool. I love the scheme here as well. They're like the grey with green. It feels kind of like an old school Wood Elf thing. I really like it. It looks really cool. Gotta love the big boy tree. But look at this. We've got the pitch. You've got the stadium on the go. This is really a strong piece of work. I like the puzzle piece weight, but this is where the stadium goes. It's in a suitcase. You've got the little soft tracks on the bottom, which is going to be necessary to keep it in place and to stop it from damaging things. But look at this. This is awesome. This is so cool. So it opens up, you've got the stadium inside, you've got the pitch along the centre, you've got a couple of bits to add as you unfold it, you've got the Dryads as the fans, which is really sweet. That's what we don't see a lot of here, is kind of where the pitch meets the not pitch. Because most of us just use the cardboard ones. When you build your own pitch, that little bit, is it grey, is it black nothingness? The cool thing here is that you've got this actual step into the real world. So you've got a fan in the end zone, you've got people loitering and watching from trees. It's so good, really nicely done. Yeah, it's really cool. I love the way you've done the pitch as well, with the different zone, with the coloured like layers to get it through. And The classic second edition team name in the backfield, like in the end zone, is so good too. This is excellent. You've got the big board. Yeah, man, this is really something special. This must have taken some serious work, but that is just amazing, Michael. Thank you very much for sharing. That's dangerously inspirational. I like that. Next up, we've got Garon. Hello, Ben, and the Bonehead podcast. In the past month, I have returned to Blood Bowl. I had the original as a teenager way back in the 80s, and to my shame, hardly ever played a game. But you know what? The 80s version used 2d6 to block. It was good, but the newer versions are better. Anyway, got the Blood Bowl bug again and recently purchased the second edition box set. Discovered your channel, loved the varied content, especially for a beginner like myself. Good stuff. So, as it's WIP Wednesday, here are some pictures of my work on the box set core teams. Keep up the great work, Garon. Garon, thank you very much. Welcome back to Blood Bowl. It is absolutely the best game out there. Cool, so we've got a nice Black Orc team here. I love the metallic purple. Metallic green is just my personal favourite, but metallic purple is excellent, and it's been pulled off really well here. I don't know if, because you've got some really lovely shading on the go, whether that's painted on or whether it is actually a metallic purple. I'm not sure, but a couple of things we can see here is some lovely shading there on the purple armor and on the elbows as well, kind of blending that green up to a yellowy brown to get that kind of flesh effect is really cool. Strong nobility scheme there as well, red, white and gold. The feathers are key, so I think that's the most important thing to the nobility team, is getting the colours for positionals and sneaking them onto the feathers. It works really well. But no, loving to see this too. Nobility are good fun. I ran them last night against Trips in game 5-3 of the championship against Black Orcs, and it was a game. Now this is looking really sweet. Yeah, nice shading on the bronze armour. I do like bronze for nobility, but no, the red is really done. Yeah, red, gold, white. Man, this is like a Roman theme. I'm intrigued by the name for this team. I would say Praetorians, but they're supposed to be purple, aren't they? The Legionnaires. I don't know. Wicked. Awesome stuff to see. Thank you very much for sharing. That's so good. And most importantly, welcome back to Blood Bowl. Next up, we've got Michael Lippert, Instagram, Michael_F_Lippert. Hey, the Bonehead podcast. Thank you for an awesome YouTube channel that I partly hold responsible for dragging me back into Blood Bowl after an almost 20-year hiatus. Welcome back. This is what it's all about. It's just such a good hobby. We want to share it. It's so easy to fall back into, though, and just dive deep, as we've seen this episode. I just finished up converting my Black Orc team in time for a game next weekend. I wanted to share them with you and possibly the WIP Wednesday crowd. The Orcs are newer versions, and the Goblin Ogre Troll Dude are 20-year-old paint jobs, complete with mould lines. Just need some light touching up. Kind regards, and thank you for taking a look, Michael. So that's Michael_F_Lippert. This is so cool. So before Games Workshop brought Blood Bowl back in 2016, the game was kept alive by essentially the CRP pack that was the leftovers from when Games Workshop were kind of involving the community and the rules thing. It was just a legacy. The NAF kind of kept it ticking over, which was a really appreciative job. But when you wanted to build a team, you kind of had to track down an old team or do this here. So this that Michael's put together is the kind of thing that we would like mid 2010s. Like, this is what Blood Bowl was about. We've got 40k orcs, you've got Warhammer, just straight up Warhammer goblins, and you've got what I think is the original like Morgan Thorg from the first edition of Blood Bowl. It's so cool. The bases are really lovely. You've got them all muddy and it looks really cool. Just the team looks great, but look at this dude. This is just terrifying. I mean, it's so cool. The armor plate, look at this. Look at the shading. Like, the dirtiness of that with the little skull in the middle. That is sneaky brilliant. That is so good. And it's so cool to see these old school models. Yeah, you can see the 40k orc. He's ready to go. You've got the different heads. I think that might be a 40k orc with a 3rd edition Blood Bowl human shoulder pad. And a Black Orc from Fantasy Battle head. It was all about this. It was all about kit conversions and weapon snips. That's definitely a 40k head. The old biker hat for the 40k orcs for the boys. So good to see. Maybe that's a fantasy battle legs there. I don't know. It's a good mix. This is definitely fantasy battle goblins. Love the little stripe on the legs. This is what it was all about, is taking off the weapons. How do I make them more sporty? And then you paint them with a sporty theme. You've got the stripes. Yeah, that's so cool. And of course, you chuck the ball on there. These heads just work so good for Blood Bowl, don't they? No, that is absolutely brilliant, Michael. Thank you very much for sharing. That's so cool. No, next up we've got we've got Israel. Hey Ben, painted up this team as a gift for a friend that's getting into Blood Bowl. Yeah, lots of stories of people getting into Blood Bowl at the moment. Absolutely love that. Spread the game. It's so much fun. Start with sevens. Start with sevens. Great place to go. We made a coach token for him as well on Hero Forge. That's pretty cool. Just missing the tokens, but I think I'm calling them done. Can't wait to see what everyone else is working on. Thanks, Israel. Okay, so this team is wicked. I love a good Khemri team on here, because Khemri, a little bit underrepresented, I think. Purple, gold, really strong combination. This is a lovely team. Is this RNE Studio, maybe? Anyway, the finish is really lovely. I'm sure your friends can love it. Is this the coach? Because that is an excellent thing to do. So Hero Forge is really interesting. We're actually talking to the moment to see if we can do something in February. But probably not going to happen now. Maybe we'll do it in March instead. Because there's a lot of potential there for Blood Bowl. We're doing the print-to-pitch stuff for 3D printing. Hero Forge, you can brew up your own models. Change them up to match what you want. So if you've got a version of your coach self, you can sculpt it up, print it out. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, those mummies are definitely RNE Studio because they are very cool models. Anyway, the team looks great, Israel. I'm sure your friend is going to love that. And we've got something here from Chris. Greetings again, Mr. Ben. Got another mini for you. Finished the Brute Fun troll I'd printed out. Took pictures with a few other trolls I had on hand from right to left. Terrible Trevor, Hungry Hank, and Trevor's brother, Trevor. Nice. Each of them painted about 6 months apart from the other. And the Rumble Slam starter box, because, wow, Rumble Slam. Only gave him a quick and dirty job. Fun little game. That Godzilla from the previous set was by Lord of the Print, and he's roughly Battletech scale. Oh, don't tell Blood Tithe Ben. He's got like this sneaky little Pacific Rim absolute adoration, which I keep like poking him about because it's just such a good opportunity to get some stuff on the go. There was an urban mecha to pick with him for scale. Praise be to Lord Irby and his glorious slowness. Cheers, Chris. PS Discord. I have put the link on the Discord on our YouTube thingy. I put a little post up in the community today which will be valid for 7 days, so get on board. Sorry for the delay. I am bad at stuff. Anyway, this is looking really cool. So the model on the left hand side is from the Brute Fun Troll. It's the Brute Fun Troll from the Brute Fun Black Orc team. Now, we had Brute Fun on the last podcast. It was really cool to get to talk to him about how his sculpting came about, and he sculpts for the fun of it, which is amazing. I've got some of the lizards here getting ready. This is spoilers for a future print to pitch, and they are very cool. The Croxagore is amazing. It's got like 4 different versions. This is lovely. I love your shading. I love the dags, and I love you've got the yellow bits on the right hand side troll. You've got the green bits on this one. It's so good. Absolutely love this. This is brilliant to see. And the cool thing about this is, I mean, look at the armor. Look at that. Like, I just really love it. I really love it. It's beautifully done. Oh, here we go. So Hungry Hank is the one in the middle. Wow, look at the work on that fish. That's excellently done. So that's one of the Punga ones. So we've got Brute Fun on the left, Punga in the middle, and we've got a converted Age of Sigmar Rockgut Troggoth on the right-hand side. Trolls. We need a troll team. I think we do need a troll team. Games Workshop, we've got enough trolls out at the moment. You can just drop a team with trolls, mix of goblins and snotlings. It doesn't need to be good. It just needs to be an option. You chuck that out, chuck it in an almanac, job done. We get another team, you get more models sold, and it's not going to be great because it's trolls, but it would be really good fun. And this is the Rumble Slam gear. Now, these guys are really cool. Richard Saxby, one of our local players, OG Bonehead, really loves a bit of Rumble Slam as well. It does seem to be a really good fun game. And it's quite thematic. And I love the paint style you've gone with. This looks like Dragon Ball Z kind of. It's really cool. It's really cool. I love you got the Battletech mat there as well. Absolutely brilliant. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap up now because it is date night. Ever since we went to Harry Potter World, it has been Harry Potter in our house, which is cool. Bringing out some Harry Potter wizards. I'll eventually get around to painting them, I guess. But it is time to go and watch the third movie tonight, as we've already done the other two as well. So thank you very much for watching. We still got a fair few, I think 10 so in the bank for WIP Wednesday, but we should be able to have a nice chunky episode next week. So do not hesitate to share what you're working on, and sorry if we missed your gear this week, but I'll get told off by Tiff if I don't go and watch Harry Potter now. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Happy hobbying. Keep up the great work. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to help support the channel even further, please like and subscribe, or come join us on our Patreon. We have early access to content, we get loads of feedback from you guys, and we try and do competitions as much as we can. Or you can get yourself some Bonehead podcast merch on our Spreadshirt site. So if you want to support a team, especially for the Bonehead Championship, you can pick up a shirt, a mug, things like that. It all helps support the channel, and we really appreciate it. Anyway, links below. Thank you very much. Happy blocking.